can't really explain right now.
We got Executioner in the house. Man, blowing up on social media for his performance on the Guru Gauntlet. Talk about it in a couple of minutes. Make sure you share this around. Maybe I can ask the best question for it. All right. The man who talked big game is in the house. Oh, you're muted there, Executioner. 1 second. Let me unmute you.
Put him on max volume.
Yeah. The man who talked big game. I think I remember seeing a post. You said, it would be, light work, or it would be easy to do the Guru Gauntlet. You got one challenge. We had Cyrus on the other day, and he performed super, super well. And Executioner was the biggest talker that we've had so far. Said, oh, easy. Got into a fight with Tyler G, I think, too. A little argument with Tyler G. And then proceeded to blow the account. And now he wants to redeem himself. Or introduce yourself, Executioner.
All right.
Let's have you introduce yourself, brother. Who are you? Why'd you talk such a big game? Was this all a joke? Were you playing around? Was it all planned?
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke. Executioner, right? Everybody knows me on Twitter.
Yeah.
E79 Executioner. Same name on Instagram, same name on TikTok, same name on every platform. Even right here on YouTube. So I've been on the trading space for getting to 4 years now. Coming on the Guru Challenge to me is all about the confidence. I think trading is all about the confidence, the belief that you could actually get this done without being timid, without feeling scared among other gurus. Actually, yeah, I wouldn't say I am a guru because I am actually not a guru. But coming on the challenge, I actually came for the experience. Exactly. The experience and the spotlight that it actually puts you on. I think coming all the way from the Guru Challenge, going to being partnered with Maven, coming on live podcast with Don Money, that's actually a big win for me on the other end. Though the whole main challenge I was actually supposed to prove if I was a guru or I wasn't a guru was actually fluked. Yeah, that was actually bad, but that wasn't the end. Moving on, I actually won along the line in the end. To me,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're getting a
so
little
and
bit of
what?
comments about your microphone. So, we're gonna try your best because I know it's like there's an echo. Try your best to just keep it like in front of you and just talk clearly because it is there's a lot
Yeah,
of
I'll keep
echo.
it.
I'm trying to reduce it the best I can, but you're saying you're coming in the space more as experience rather than claiming that you're a guru, and you didn't
Yeah.
blow it on purpose, but the way it worked out was you ended up getting a
Now,
job out of it. So
can't hear.
Okay.
we
Can you
just
hear us?
lost here.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that. From you.
Oh, you didn't get that. Well, you're saying you didn't come in as a guru. You tried it as a challenge. I think basically you wanted the opportunity for a free account, right? Basically, and you gave it a go. You
Exactly.
lost it. So, what is your claim on social media? Then you're saying you're not a guru. What are you?
I am more. I think you ever come across the name Banga Boys?
You're a banger boy.
Exactly. That's what I'm more focused on. More focused on being a Banga Boy. You know, being a Banga Boy, most people see it as actually a bad thing, but it's not really a bad thing per se. Like I could say, the way sometimes you do compare traders, right? You do compare side other top traders on your page and all those stuff, calling them guru and all those stuff. Now, in the Nigerian market, because I'm from Nigeria, so in the Nigerian market, when you do stuff like that, people refer to you as a banger boy because you are literally causing trouble. You're trying to make up chaos when there's actually been peace for a long time.
Okay.
Probably someone might be doing something wrong. Not so wrong to look into, but as a banger boy, we'll just emphasize on it, we'll stretch it and make a whole issue out of it. We drag it for a long period, make jokes out of it, try to make it extensive. So those are the things that people usually make people to feel like Banga Boy is actually a bad thing because doing that it involves dragging people. So when you drag people, they feel you are attacking them, and it mostly depends on your reason for attacking them. If you have a valid reason for attacking them, that's not actually bad to attack when you have a valid reason. But people now they would attack for not having any bad reason. They will just pick up someone just because they want to get engagements on X. You know, Elon do pay people now to make posts and all of that stuff. So they're just trying to get the revenue from Elon and that. So they'll just pick up anyone, start getting into them, investigating them, stuff that are not necessary, trying to blow them out in public. Yeah. So that's what the Banger Boy is all about. So
Okay.
alongside, I am a trader. I'm actually a trader. I trade actually. So my trading journey so far, as I wouldn't say it is unprofitable. It is not unprofitable, but it hasn't been so profitable to the extent that I can say, okay, trading is. I'm not extremely profitable from trading. I can retire every other thing I'm doing
Yeah.
and just focus on trading. So I still have other things going on for me alongside. I'm actually a student currently. I'm actually a student, and I actually do other things alongside the trading. So I'm just trying to push everything together and see what I
Okay.
got.
Yeah, I was going to ask you exactly what is a banger boy. So my understanding is a banger boy is just some guy who causes chaos for the sake of drama, the sake of
Exactly.
entertainment.
Because it's
I got you. Okay. Okay.
because
And so you
exactly
do
not just entertainment.
yeah.
Yeah, not just entertainment. Sometimes we go out to get justice for people. You know, this guru challenge right now, yeah.
Yeah.
We got people coming in that will say they are guru, they want to teach people how to trade, they will get their money, they won't deliver, stuff like that. You get me? They can't actually trade. They recommend imagine paying someone to teach you how to trade forex and you're paying them like 3,000, 4,000 for a private mentorship and they're saying referring you back to YouTube to go and get tips on how to trade. You get that?
Yeah. Okay.
So when issues
So
like that come up, who really want.
Yeah, vigilante,
Yeah, go.
drama, chaos, entertainment. Excitement.
Exactly, exactly. Forest police.
Yeah. Okay, you like to make noise, basically. I love it. The old version of me would be all totally on board with that, but now I have to be a little bit more professional, right?
Yeah,
I guess I might have been a banger boy a few years back.
No, you
Hey,
definitely were.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I say that. I say Domo is actually a banger boy too. I say that
Yeah,
he
yeah.
used to be. He used to be mine, but not anymore.
So you trade also, and what I think I heard from you is you say you make a little bit of money, but it's not really, like this isn't your job. Your job is more the banger boy side. You just like to trade on the side for a little side cash here and there.
Exactly. I'm trying to make trading the main deal, get more profitable, and make trading the main deal.
Yeah. So let's focus on
Yeah.
that, because that's a little bit different than a lot of the guys we have on here. A
Yeah.
lot of guys we have on here say, this is I trade for a living, or I teach trading for a living, or whatever it is, right? And you just kind of do it for fun, right? Tell me, like, why did you make that decision to like go down the more banger boy route rather than the, just trying to be the full time trader?
Okay. Going down that way, right? Than being a full time trader. I think. Oh my God! I just smashed my camera. Let me set it up. Okay. I'm good now, right? I'm good now, right?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Why Banger Boy as your main source of content versus
Okay.
trading?
First, first things first. Coming into trading, trading requires a lot of capital, right? I think that's the problem that prop firms are actually solving right now. We have Maven there solving that issue right now. So coming into the manga boy community, first it was just for fun. To me, it was just for fun at first, just for fun because making the comments, getting the reactions, the posts, the expressions from people, and all of those stuff. So it was literally for fun at first. Then along the line, I got monetized, and I felt, oh, I could actually make cool money out of doing this thing. So I kept up with it because I get paid from X2 for making
Hmm.
those posts and all those stuff. Exactly.
Gotcha.
So moving on. Aside that, something happened along the line. We have a lot of fools in our Nigerian community that they will claim they are traders. They are actually traders, but when you pay them to learn trading from them, they won't deliver value for what you're paying for.
Yeah.
So it's more like a scam, and there's no one to actually hold them accountable for that action because everybody has like low visibility on X. If you make a post about it, it's not gonna go viral. So I just use the influence of being a banger boy and going viral to start calling out those people when they do stuff like that.
Okay.
So from there, I got
What
interested
are you
in the
mainly
job.
trading, by the way? Like what markets? Just out of interest sake.
Okay, forex market, but now I usually focus on gold. I focus on just gold.
And
Forex.
gold.
What
Yeah.
specifically in forex? Like currencies or
Metals and
metal?
commodities.
Yeah, gold.
Oh, gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like considering whenever somebody says forex, I think of currencies, but a lot of people
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
forex and they mean the whole CFD space, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It is a
you
bit
know,
of a weird. Yeah.
I am not a fan of forex, like as a foreign exchange of currencies, because I think it is such a difficult market that it's essentially
You
impossible to make money in, right? As a retail trader, unless you're swing trading, right? As day trading, it's
why do you feel like that?
way too difficult.
Why do you feel like that?
Why do I feel like that? Because
Yeah.
the the amount of volume in the currencies being exchanged between banks, which are extreme high capital, right? And all automated, right? And extremely liquid and extremely precise, right? So there's no room for arbitrage, really. There's no room to find an edge. Everything
Yeah.
is fucking perfect. You know what I
So
mean?
also stocks and that move a lot more than currencies like intraday as well. Like
Yeah.
in terms of business.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's
That's valid.
it's if there's an edge in the market, the banks have found it. You know what I mean? If there's an edge in the gold or Bitcoin or stocks, right? it's a lot easier to capture that as a retail trader because you can follow the trends, you can jump in and out, you can find arbitrage opportunities, you can find good value opportunities, right? And it's really, really difficult to do that in the Forex space. And I would say near impossible on a day trading level. In terms of, fundamental trading, super easy because, hey, Canada's going to shit, short Canada. That's easy, super easy. But in terms of just looking at the chart, it is so, what's the word I'm looking for here, James? Like perfect. It's a perfect market.
Yeah, it's efficient.
Efficient. Yeah. It's nearly flawlessly efficient, right? Oh,
What's it? We lost.
I was just going to ask him. I was going to start asking him questions from the audience. Let's see if he comes back in a second. We'll see if he comes back in a second. Anyways, while we're waiting for him to potentially come back, and maybe he'll jump back on his phone or something. But James, any trades today?
I had one long on NQ, bro. Very, very difficult market right now, I must say, in terms of like just the big ranges. NQ is trading within literally CPR to back down to the lows was like 450 points. Pretty crazy, pretty gnarly stuff. So yeah, just the longs on NQ. How did you go?
Same sort of thing. Let me choose a screen here and just pull it up, and we can just discuss for a second here. Let's go share this whole screen. Okay, we can just discuss for a second. So James is saying very rangy. So let's look at what rangy means, right? Rangy intraday, up and down, right? This did come back down and test kind of this level of, untestedness, let's just call it. And then you had a nice big wick there, continuation to the new highs, right? And potentially this could continue for the day because it does look relatively bullish. Personally, I think probably just sit out for the day. But what James is talking about is, look at this barcode.
Right? Yeah, it's pretty nasty. Yeah.
It's about as barcodey as it gets, right? And what you could be playing is, each of these high time frame sort of levels. You have some levels on the highs and lows here, and it's just bouncing back and forth. You could be doing high and low. Executioners just joined us back here. But yeah, it is a difficult market if you are not a trend trader. Welcome back, Executioner. Let's get this off the screen and get you back in. There we go. Are we good? Let me just see if I can. Your microphone might be messed up again. Reduce background. Okay. Check. Can you hear us all right? Execution, can you just give us a 1-2 1-2?
1 2 1 2.
It's a bit quiet, eh? It's a bit quiet.
It's quite quiet, I must say, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Executioner, I have a question for you by Flex. What is your biggest regret thus far in terms of either content or trading?
Biggest regret in content or trading? I would say I don't really have any regrets in trading per se because I haven't taken. When people say they took crazy risk in trading, yeah, when they'll be like, "Oh, I took my school fees, I funded it, I blew it. I took money that was meant for something else, I funded it, I blew it." I think the biggest regret in trading should be actually losing money, right? Losing money. So I've never actually taken any crazy money to put into forex to trade because I actually have enough to actually put in that I wouldn't actually need when I lose them.
Yeah.
Like today during CPI, I had a 3K account that I funded recently. I wanted to trade for the week, and when CPI went on, my broker didn't activate my stop loss, and the whole money just I was having like just $50 left, but it didn't really got to me as per se. I still feel good, I still feel cool because it's not money that if I lose, I would not have any hope for other things. Exactly. So I think
Brother, you're not answering the question.
Money that you wouldn't be needing when you actually.
We want to know what's the biggest regret.
I'm not what?
We want to know what's the biggest regret. What's the worst thing you've ever done?
I didn't get that.
What's the worst thing you've ever done? Oh man.
I didn't get that.
What's the worst thing you've ever done? The biggest regret. What's the thing that you wish you didn't do? Tick, 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 tick. Oh, this is difficult, man. We're getting a lot of connection issues. It seems like
I didn't get that. I didn't get that.
the worst thing you've ever done. Oh man, yeah, he's cutting out. We knew it, eh?
Yeah, no, the
We
signal's
knew it.
bad.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Um,
I think the worst thing he's ever done is he hasn't got a mic.
yeah, he needed a proper microphone. He needed to pass that guru gauntlet so that he
Yeah, if
could
you
pay
want to
for a
be
good
available,
microphone.
you have to have you have to have a good microphone.
Yeah. So people watching, let's just give you a little bit of a summary. He did a lot of shit talking, right? He did a lot of shit talking. He did his
Yeah.
banger boy sort of thing. I'm glad I got a little bit of a summary of what he is, because I thought he was just a guru, and he was there to make some noise and cause a problem, really. And I kind of like it. I think it was kind of fun. I probably wouldn't want to have somebody else do that, but I really like it from an executioner. But he then came to me after blowing the count. He's like, "Hey, we're getting so much attention that you should just hire me as a Maven partner." And I'm like, that makes a lot of sense, right? And as well as it goes so far, he's doing pretty well, getting lots of attention. You're back, executioner. We're gonna give you another try here. Hopefully, we don't cut out again. Okay.
Our- My network right here is crazy. It's actually raining here, and I'm not using super fast internet connection, so I think
Yeah.
that's why.
Do you want me to turn off your video? Maybe.
No, 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 leave it on, leave it on. I
Okay.
want it on.
Okay. Okay. Let's go to some other questions then. What did you learn about the Guru Gauntlet?
Guru Gantlet.
Yeah.
Okay,
What did you learn from that experience?
there was a lot of pressure. The pressure was getting worse. The pressure
Yeah.
was getting worse. So one thing I learned from the Guru Challenge is um, they bringing challenge public. There's actually pressure, but if you can deal with the pressure from the losses that I took and everything, I learned not to overtrade, not to overtrade. Overtrading and risk management. These are the two things I learned that I need to work on when I'm trading. Because I think I would go in on the trade. I will go in on the trade on Asian session. I will take a trade because I'm a day trader. I mean, I would say intraday trader because I could take like 3 trades in a day, 4 trades in a day. So I could go in on the trade at first. Let's say I was risking like 1%. I lost 1% in the morning. I would go in the afternoon, next session. I will lose another 1%. That's losing 2% in a day. So I
Mm-hmm.
would actually advise all intraday traders who are trading with prop firms to actually not risk up to 1% on the prop challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Risking an average of 0.5 is actually cool. So when you lose 0.5 on London session and you lose 0.5 on New York session, put together, that's just 1% loss for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another lessons I learned is don't let your account get into drawdown. But if it gets into drawdown, your only focus should be saving it from that drawdown, not trying to save from the drawdown and make more profit. Because I would have some, you could see if you check the Guru data, there's some trade that I held for like 3 days, 4 days. Those trades made good money, yeah. They made good money, but I didn't take profit. I was in drawdown. I wanted the trade to recover drawdown and make a solid amount on the account. So we'll focus on two purposes actually. First, recover the drawdown, then next, make more money on the account.
Mm-hmm.
So that would actually mess up my psychology. I would hold the trade, good numbers, I won't close, I won't take partials, nothing, nothing. And it would reverse because I think gold price action was actually not so good around that month when we had the Guru challenge. The price action wasn't skyrocketing or sky dumping. It was actually more of a range than it was of a buy or a dump. So it was ranging, and I was actually trying to swing trade during that period.
Yeah.
So I would make money, I would lose it back. I would make money, I would lose it back. So when I enter learned that okay, I should just focus on coming out of this drawdown, and before I now focus on making more money on the account, then it was already too late. I was already like five, 6% drawdown away from coming back from the drawdown. So now I need to actually make more. So I went back to I fucked up my risk management. I started risking more than the 1%. I started risking like 1.5% because I feel okay if I could risk 1.5% and I trade like the 1:3 trade, that would be like 4.5% coming up and I'll get out of drawdown instantly. Now when such trade goes
Do
bad,
you think
um,
it would have gone differently for you if you started off on the right foot? Because you kind of started off on drawdown and then you went through emotional swings and trying to cover it up and
Yeah.
the crazy thing here is when I started off with Jordan, I recovered the Jordan and I made I think like 1.5k or 2k on
yeah.
top. Exactly. So when I made that money on top, I should have gone slow when I'm winning. You get, let's say when I had two k on top, I could have been risking like 0.5 or like 1:4, getting like 2%. That would actually take me to my target faster. Then I went with full force when I had 2% off because I had 2%. So now I feel like I want to risk 1% on the trade. And I lost it in the first session. I went in the next session. I risked another 1%. That was how I lose the 2% in the same
Mhm.
day. Then the next day I went into more drawdown.
Yeah, okay. So you actually started off all right, and then you kind of lost it over time. I'm wondering if people want to try, if they're trading their accounts at home, do you think it makes more sense for them to start with lower amounts of risk per trade just so you can get the groove going, so you can get the confidence and then increase
Mhm.
the risk? Or just start, you said 0.5% you recommend.
Exactly. Start off 0.5.
Yeah.
When there's more profit, you can increase the risk.
Yeah. Okay.
But when you are down, keep it consistent at that 0.5. Don't go below, don't go above.
I've got
People would agree on.
I've got a nice question here, um, from Crypto Drops. Um, how do you, so you're an expert in this, it seems like, how do you build a profitable career in the trading space without being a trader?
I have an answer on this, but I don't think the girls will like me.
You can say that. You can say it. You never know, sir. Okay, how do I build a profitable career despite not being a consistent trader? Well, I feel we're in a generation where uniqueness is being rewarded much more, much more
Hmm.
than usual normal.
Yeah.
It's all about being unique currently. Creativity is actually it's creative to be the talk of the town when everything you see you have something to say. You can twist things to make them look funny for people and all of that stuff. And I think it also matters with the region where I'm coming from. You get me? The economy here is not so stable, so people are actually hustling and bustling to get one or two together. So when they pick up their phone and they go through social media, they just wanna have fun and while
Yeah.
away time. Exactly. So I think my lights is out.
Yeah.
Lights is out. I'll get that.
You're still on though.
Okay, okay. So we just wanna have fun and get that.
This looks like you're on the moon now.
Oh, okay. I think I'm when I say before I say Jack Robinson, you guys will take you like 1 year to hear what I say because I think the moon is actually moving way faster than all of you down there. So
Well,
yeah, is it
actually,
better now?
you might be like surprisingly one of the smartest guys that we've ever talked to on this, because he says this really stood out to me. You said that we're in an age where being weak is rewarded. I think that's what you said. And if you're just making fun of yourself and you're just doing crazy shit and you're everyone wants to laugh, right? So I had no idea that there's people in this space that are just on purpose just making a show without actually trying to be good at things. And "Oh, I'm terrible," and it's hilarious. That's actually so true. And you got millions of views. You alone got millions of views and hit like number 5 on trending in the whole finance space because the way that you yelled at yourself. That's absolutely hilarious. I'm sure you made a big paycheck from that, and now you have a
That
job
was
from
that.
it too, from Maven.
That's why I said it's all about the confidence. Whatever you do in life, you need to carry yourself with that confidence that you are the spotlight. Everybody got to want to look up to you. Don't feel timid. Don't shrink and be like, oh, people there, they are better than me. They've been training for 10 years. I'm just coming to the training space. I'm not even so profitable yet. I don't think I can go banks for banks like them. Just have that confidence. Just have that
Mhm.
confidence. That's all. It's all about the confidence.
Yeah.
All about the confidence.
Well, the ironic thing, dude, is I'm not gonna, Maven's paying you a salary now just for the partnership, or I'm not gonna leak any of that information. But the ironic thing is, every single person on this Guru Challenge got paid. They got the challenge, right? So they got, whatever a challenge is worth, like $450 or whatever, right? So on average, maybe they would have made some money off of that. A couple of people might have made some money, right? But you blew the account. You guaranteed that you could blow the account. You went crazy with it. You made some money from X. You probably made a few $100s from X alone, right? And then you've got a monthly contract that's whatever amount of money here that I'm not going to share, but it's a guarantee that you're now making money, and you're making substantially more money than if you were to trade, because that trading account would have blown up eventually. And like best case scenario is you would have made a couple $1,000s, but now you have like a year-long contract making way more money.
It's
It's
thinking
actually
chase, not
crazy.
checkers.
It's
Yeah.
actually it's already crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. I think it's all about making smart moves because the whole thing is just like a chessboard, moving one pound to save the king. You get me? So the Guru challenge was like using my pound to get access into Maven because I think when we started when I hopped in for the Guru challenge, I was like, yo, don't money, I want to get this thing. And I told my fans to like, we'll go and tag me on Don't Money comments. Then Don't Money followed me instantly. So that gave me access to Don't Money
Mhm.
already. So now I could actually pitch him things privately in DMs without having to bring it to the public and wait for him to get my attention and stuff like that.
Someone's actually asking our executioner if being a casual trader is actually takes more like takes the pressure off of you.
Mhm. That's a good question.
Okay. I think it's all about is now this is actually a very important question because it boils down to responsibility. Most people got so much responsibility on them. There's so many people counting on them. There's so many people waiting on them to get money and come do stuff at home. Probably because they are more like the major breadwinner of the family and stuff like that. But for me, I where I come from, I am actually the last one. And looking at me being the last one at this age that I am right now, you know that everybody in the family is already doing well for themselves, and I don't have anybody to care for actually, just myself just myself. And I have
Mhm.
things doing that actually give me money to take care of myself for myself. So when I come into trading, I'm not trying to get money to go and sort bills, sort hospital bills, pay electricity bills, pay rent fee. Those things are sorted already before I
Yeah.
come into trading. These things are sorted. So there is absolutely I have absolutely no pressure of I just want to get trading for the freedom of the more lifestyle that I can actually go on any type of vacation, stuff like that. Spend in luxury, way bigger luxury, like taking PJs, all of that stuff. So the game is actually bigger to me. I feel I still have a long way to go to get there. So I don't have to rush it now. Just have to take time. Take it easy, easy, easy. When time for those things comes, it comes.
Mhm.
There is no
Yeah.
pressure to get money now.
Excellent. I
There's no
love it.
pressure to get 1K, $100, $300, and
And
do things at home. No, no. The money comes, I just use them for random things, and
do you
that's it. Keep going.
do you find you trade better if you take that pressure off and you already have your bills paid for, or do you trade worse because there's no pressure to have you perform well?
I actually treat better because there is no pressure. The
Yeah.
thing is, I failed the Guru challenge, yeah. Well, you wouldn't believe that I actually got a payout 1 week after failing the Guru challenge.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I traded the Guru challenge differently from how I was actually trading, if you notice.
Yeah.
Because for me to get an account, and the firm that I was trading with, I got the payout. They had like five profitable days for phase one, five profitable days for phase two, and I funded another five profitable days. Very diabolical. But I still beat through the rule and I got a payout from them.
Mhm.
So the Guru challenge to me, you gave us a 1 month span, right? A 1 month duration for the challenge. Around the time I wasn't seeing my setup during the time, so I was actually supposed to take a break from trading around that time. On my other account, I took break actually, but on the Guru challenge, I didn't take break because I felt Time is running against me. I have 1 month to finish this thing. So is it that I pass or I fail in 1 month? I'm not trying to save it after 1 month. So I
Hmm.
kept going.
Yeah, yeah.
Even when the setup was not so clear, I would just try to
Okay.
force it and make it look like, oh, this is a break of structure. This is an inducement. I'm taking the buy or I'm taking the
Yeah.
sell.
You,
Exactly.
you know, it makes a lot of sense, right? You are a pressure off trader. And when you go public with it and everyone, hey, eyes are on me, you're talking all this big game, it's natural that the pressure is now on and it's not what you're used to, right? We had a question. I think you're kind of answering it right now. Would you have traded differently? You know, how would you have traded differently if there was no cameras, right? So that account that you said you got a payout from, what was different with that account?
Okay. On that account, there wasn't pressure, yeah. There was no eyes on me watching me to see if I feel or I win. But having eyes on me doesn't really change anything on the fact that if I will pass
Okay.
the account out because I don't really care much about what the comments are saying. I would even go to the comments, I would go and I would laugh with them, I would shake them too. I would just try to make it fun, make it lively, keep it lively, right? So on the account I was actually trading, I stopped trading. I stopped trading for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks I didn't execute any trade because I felt my strategy wasn't playing out at the moment. So I could actually take that break for 2 weeks and I stopped trading. But on the Guru challenge, I could not come to give myself that break because I felt I have 1 month to do this thing. I gotta get it done in 1 month. It's either I pass or I fail. I don't want to keep it after 1 month.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. James, do you have any more questions or anything else popping up that you'd like to? I think this was a hilarious stream. I think we're kind of just doing it for the kicks. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's
It's good fun.
definitely a different vibe. I enjoy it. I
Yeah.
think most people also want to be entertained, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, where
Okay.
can the guys maybe find you? And I'd
It,
love to watch some of those videos, to be honest.
funny, right? Yeah. Executioner, give us a wrap up of where people can find you and if you offer any sort of services or banger boy education, banger boy
I'm considering
course.
that. Yeah, I'm considering that. I'm considering offering some Banga Boy education, but I just feel Banga Boy is something that you just have to be creative with it. You don't have to go to any university or school to actually learn it. You don't have to be creative with the way you create content.
Yeah.
Make yours unique. Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at executioner_79. AU executioner. AU underscore executioner. I think I changed my
Okay.
Instagram recently because the previous one got banned. I connected my Meta. I synced my Meta and I got banned. I think Domon, you told us not to sync our Meta a few days ago, right? Yeah. So I synced my Meta and I got banned. So I created a new one. The new one is AU underscore executioner.
Okay.
On Twitter, AU79
Yeah.
executioner. These are
Yeah.
the two basic accounts.
I posted that link in the Discord for anyone who wants to get it. I've also posted the winner of the 50K Maven challenge. Executioner brother. This is the funniest stream that we've had so far. I love it. Thanks for being a banger boy. Thanks for joining Maven. And we'll catch you next time. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.